All right, I guess this is the explanation to the silent clip that I just created, and yeah, I can laugh and smile and yeah, be silly and all this stuff, you know. But inside my heart, I'm really not that happy because I think that we can do much, much more than what you call the best. And so I'm sitting here, you know, knowing this, being away from my children, and you know that I know I didn't do everything right in life, you know, I'm a human being, I made mistakes, but I believe that I don't deserve this kind of treatment that I'm getting here right now, for knowing, you know, something that you can't learn in school, you know, not yet. And why would we need a school, you know, the kids complain about it. Yeah, you're trying really hard, you know, working with the children, but you still have the curriculum, you know, that you can drill into the kids, and you know, you just stuff them with information, and you really, who cares what they are, you know? You say that children are a gift. Well, we're treating them like you know, we get a gift, and then now I tell you what to do with that, you know, with that gift. And yet they came with the gift, so you know, let's open it. And with a child, it's not wrapped in paper, and then you know, there it is, and then I put it like into a curriculum. Won't work because there's so much in there that we don't, you know, allow it to come out. So maybe we could now, you know, and so in that clip I really couldn't show you everything, and even in this one I know already I can't show you everything, but all these things that I created, I can't create as fast as the ideas are coming. Plus you limited my finances, so there's only so much I can do with 500 euros a month, you know, and I do live vegan, and have learned that we put a lot of you know, poison really in food that doesn't belong there. So now I'm worried, you know, myself, knowing all this stuff, so I don't buy in fast food chains anymore, also because they exploit people that in the countries where people are coming now to us and saying, you know what, I want a piece of that cake too that you're eating, you know, taking it from my people and you know, pressing them down to the bone, you know, to get what we need here and can't afford anymore either. So you know, is this the world you call sustainable? I call it really diseased. And yeah, I keep being told, you know, you're sick. Well, if it's sick to speak the truth, then I'm sick. Yeah, that's what it is. So I created all these things that, well, in the system that we have right now, that would be marketing, right? You know, and earning back the investment that you would make into the festival. But then I want to also change. So how does this work with the change? And Lena and Anna were singing with me in that clip before, and they asked me a very valid question. You know, they said, well, you say that money is at the core of all evil. It is, you know. You take money out, it's all gone. You know, there's no reason anymore to spy, no reason to commit crimes, because you won't get any money. There's no more money. So isn't that cool? Now the thing is though that if we you know, from one second to the next said no more money, no more system, you know, for the financial system, we'd have chaos, right? But then look at the world now. What do we have now? Is there anything other than chaos? It would just be a little bit more chaos maybe. And I learned, you know, from movies and not so much books, because I'm not a good reader, and they bore me to tears, you know, to sit there hour after hour because I'm a slow reader. So I watch movies, and you know, those stories, they were written up too, and then they're brought to life, and that's more me, you know, bringing things to life, because I feel stories inside of me that I'm sharing over and over again with you. And yeah, so I'm more a storyteller than I am a story reader, because others have actually created those stories that I know how to create myself too. And they, you know, you say that you first need to read to be able to tell a story. Well, you know, I'm sorry, I'm living proof that you don't. So you know, there's a lot of things that we think we need to do in order to create something wonderful, when really it could be very different. But then are we open to that other way, to that other approach? Because to me it seems like, well, you gotta go to school, you gotta make your diplomas, you gotta have something in writing, and you go to the person that's in charge and, you know, will give you a little bit of money for what you learned there, and that's it. And then every now and then there's stars popping up, you know. They get really a lot because they're leaders. Where is it written that if you are able to motivate people and guide people, that you are worth more than the person actually doing the work? You know, they're busy for 24 hours a day too, and so that's just a suggestion to rethink our value system that we're following. And yeah, you know, if we take out the money, we'll have chaos. So I learned from a movie that chaos is or ruin, because it will be ruin, and we have ruins all over the place now, right? The people are fleeing the ruins, and ruin is the foundation of transformation, of change. And so these people are definitely ready to change. Now, most of them that come already speak this language. So could we think if possibly we are willing to contribute some change here too, you know, the people that have everything, and change our language, and then the rest, you know, that's what I said to Lena when she asked what will happen if we take out the money. Well, the rest we need to figure out together. And we have the media in place. All we need to do is use it, apply it in a different way, not with rules, you know, where when you know, I met one TV person. I met Janos Kersti. He was here, you know, he was sitting here. I have stripes. He had red shoes on, and he was in jeans. You know, he looked really like he looked very relaxed. And you see him on TV. He puts on a suit, and he becomes like the suit, all tied up, all stiff. Boy, this guy is like really loose. You know, he's really fun. But then there's no fun in it if he follows the agenda of the radio station or TV station. So how about we just are the way we are? And, you know, you say you're the rock, you know, you have the rock for the, you know, for your test driving cars, you call it the rock. Now the rock is a great thing to call your vehicle, because the rock is really like the cornerstone to build everything on, you know, to build this new way, you know, no more money, rethinking the curricula that we have, you know, not just at school, they keep going, you know, they're just called differently, schedules and all this stuff. And, you know, I know that you're on schedule, and, you know, it's really busy. And how do you want to change anything if you're constantly running in that schedule, in that curriculum, you know, to fit it? How can you change anything? So, you know, I read a really nice saying on Facebook that said something like to the effect, if you can't take the rubbing, you know, your rock, if you can't take the rubbing, how do you ever expect to shine? Be a diamond, you know, become a diamond, you know. A rock is pretty rough stuff, but then you could be a diamond, you know, you could be that Superman that we sang to now, you know, Lena and Anna. We had a discussion, you know, and Lena is really, you know, she's a tough cookie, but she feels that I'm coming from the same place. So she takes the challenge and you know, puts me right back into my place, because I need to learn too. I know that I'm very pushy because I want to get this out. And maybe you understand a little bit this, you know, being pushy, because I've been trying to get to you. You know, I'm trying, and I really don't want to get into your pants. I don't want your money. I really am trying to move your heart, you know, to get into that. I just saw that on German TV, you know, to get into that biggest muscle of the human being. But then, you know, it was all made fun of, and you know, they have this show, Verstehen Sie Spaß. And when you know that you're not being watched, it's amazing how cruel we still are, you know, inside. I watch this, you know, it's like the things that we say to one another, you know, men, they must be all the same. Women, they must be all the same. Excuse me, you know, there are 8 billion people almost on the planet. Let's say half and half, you know, and one half is all the same, and one half is the other all the same, and we can get together, you know. Could it be that we don't get together, that we're not all the same, and that there's, you know, we all came to this earth as babies, and I wrote this, now I'm going to tell you. We seem to gravitate, you know, to the opposite sex in our families. So girls with dads and boys with moms, and so then we go out in the world, and you know, when we had a childhood where we adored our mother, you adored your mother, I adored my father, then I go out and I say like all men are stupid, and you say all women are stupid. They're, you know, I can't relate to them. Well, you related to them all your childhood, and so did I. And so, you know, what I really want to tell you is that I prepared a lot. There's a lot more that I could prepare. I didn't put the fur that I put here now, so my feet are not that cold when I get up from my couch. You know, I could make like a little carpet that looks like a WoManITy car, or you know, I could also make a carpet for the bathroom and paint a shower. There's so much that can be done, that can be either given away. Well, we need to discuss what we want to do with all these things then. Certainly they're all made, you know, I follow the guidance from above, and they're all made to remind us that would be the change. And so I have 3 minutes. I made more, you know, for the celebration. I created a guest book because I see that, you know, you like to write in guest books, and welcome home, it says here, you know, because the Pope calls our earth home, and so do I. And so, you know, there's a lot of things that you know, here's the text of the global song I created. There's also stuff for you, and then there's a lot of pages, you know, for people to sign in who actually can attend, because not 8 billion people can attend actually physically this celebration. And here's this other thing. I took this in now because it's a little fragile, but this could be created, you know, it's a doormat, a welcome home thing. And well, I put it here now also because it looks nice on my floor. And to protect it. So outside I have my fur, and that keeps the wind in the winter now from coming in, so you know, I'll be warm. You know, these are bed sheets. This is for Hollywood, you know, this is the movie symbol with the heart, and you know, this pillow I made that I took that to your customer service center. So where we can serve the earth now. And this is what I put on the ground, you know, it's kind of like, yeah, it has a Z, or it could be also like a sum kind of, this is more the sum. This is an S, which could be for me or for Stuttgart, you know, and on the other side it's the WoManITy colors. And so, you know, there's more. It's like, you know, bed sheets. You know, I love the feeling of these new blankets. It cost me 10 euros, well, 9.99. For one blanket. I took 2, and I could also put like something inside, you know, to make it really soft, and then that's my bed sheet, because I love the touch. So why would I, you know, buy a cotton sheet? And this is so much softer. So there's a lot of things that we can, you know, go out and create for our liking. You know, there's other things that I created. You know, this I showed you some, and well, one last thing. I'm wearing this t-shirt now this is the 3rd day. I'm gonna wash it right now, because you know, it's pretty disgusting not having a washing machine and not being able to wash my clothes. And I smell after, you know, I wash every day, but I can't, you know, I can't really change every day because I really don't want to wash by hand every single day. So sometimes I wear things, you know, 2 days in a row, but I try every day now to change it. And you know, I don't understand, like the person that renovated my apartment. He smelled like sweat and put that sweater on every single day again, so it got worse and worse and worse. Don't you have sense? It's disgusting. I can't even smell myself. So, well, I really don't want to end on a bad note. So, you know, I love you, and I hope, you know, you will give this some thought you know, all the other stuff that I shared with you, and you know, also know that not everything is perfect, and that's okay, you know. So thanks for listening, and I hope for the best.